Marie is Free. I'm your host, Jayla Marie. And as you see, today I have a special guest. Introduce yourself.
My name is Tasha. You can follow me on Instagram at HeyTasha3.
Okay. This is Tasha. Tasha is a music producer. Do you want to explain yourself? Do you want to give yourself a short bio?
Okay, I'll try to make it short. I'm a music producer signed to, I have a publishing deal with Universal. So, yeah. And I'm being consulted by Tandem Music Group based out of Philadelphia under Jalo Beats. I'm from Piscataway, New Jersey. I like to sleep and eat. And travel. Huh?
Yeah, traveling. Where's your favorite place you've been so far?
So far, I think Nevada, Las Vegas is my favorite.
That's a new one. Interesting. Yeah. Have you ever been outside the country?
No.
Yeah. Where's one place you want to go outside the country? Like really, really, really bad.
I don't really have anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. I'd have to like sit and think about that.
Okay. We'll think about it while we talk.
Maybe like Australia. I don't know.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Australia's actually at the top of my list, but I'm like kind of scared to go there because there's like big animals, like snakes and spiders and stuff.
Okay, so maybe not Australia anymore. Maybe I'll go to like Thailand.
Thailand?
They have like nice water.
Yeah. I've always thought like Singapore, but you know they beat you with this cane if you chew gum.
No, I did not know that.
Like I learned that in high school and I never forgot it. But it's very pretty there, so I guess that's why. Because they beat people with canes if you chew gum. So don't choose gum. But anyway, I wanted to have Tasha on the show today because she is in town for a short period of time and she's doing really big things. So in her life, I like to call her Little Beyonce because she's like the superwoman in my life right now. So yeah. So I'm glad I brought you on. So one topic we said we were going to talk about was Nipsey Hussle. If you guys didn't know, Nipsey Hussle passed away this past week. R.I.P. And there's been kind of like, some people are calling it a conspiracy around his death. I don't really think it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not trying to get killed talking about it. But just a quick rundown. Nipsey Hussle was a rapper. He was very popular in his community. He was trying to rebuild his community. He had his own store. And he's also the father of Lauren London's children and her significant other. So a lot of people, I've noticed that a lot of people kind of took it that way. Did you notice that?
What?
Like a lot of people were like, oh, I feel so bad for Lauren London, you know, I hope she's okay, blah, blah, blah. But I was kind of like, okay, what about his other family, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was kind of strange.
I didn't even think about that. But yeah, that is strange. People always think about this. Well, she's not even a spouse. That's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed because that's not even like my husband.
Yeah. Well, some people said they did get married secretly, so I don't know.
Oh, my ear was into the streets. I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just thought that was very interesting that people kind of took it so left. And she finally posted something recently that she was distraught, as anyone would be. Like,
Yeah.
That's really hard to deal with. But a lot of people are like, oh, I feel so bad for her. She's living my worst nightmare, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why are you making it about you? like it's not about you. It's about him, his family, and her. But I guess, I don't know. I guess people didn't really think about it that way.
Yeah, people just so caught up in themselves nowadays.
Yeah, especially, I feel like with social media, it's really easy to become very self-centered.
Yeah.
Because everything's about you. Your numbers, your followers, your likes.
People come to your page.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I can see how that can give you a big head. Do you think you have a big head because of your following?
No.
No?
I think within like my family, yes, like between me, my mom, and my sisters.
Yeah.
It's like I know what I'm doing with my social media. Because my mom will try to complain about some things, and I'm like, no, I know what I'm doing. You
Yeah.
have how many followers? So when it comes to my family, yes, but
Yeah.
outside of that, I don't really say, oh my god, I have this amount of followers. Because my followers have been declining. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I've been, well, maybe because I've been unfollowing people. So
Yeah.
people have been unfollowing me as well, but it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, I've thought about that too. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a very careful thing, especially in our generation. It's like, who do I want to follow? Who do I want to unfollow because they're going to unfollow me? You know, it's like, I know some people I can unfollow without any type of repercussions, and there's other people I'm like, well, I don't want to unfollow them, so unfollow me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like a weird gray area.
Yeah, I've stopped like thinking about who I'm unfollowing and just I don't want to see it, unfollow because there be some people on my Instagram. I'm like, how did I even end up following you? I don't know.
If I don't follow.
Who knows? But it's like people that are like in the same circle. Well, not really, but like they know people that I know. So it's like maybe that's how I ended up following them. But then I'm just like, I don't know. Social media is scary.
It is. It's a scary like vacuum. Like you just get so sucked into it. Like it's so easy to just fall into the trap of like, oh, this person did this and this person did that. And so, do you find yourself comparing yourself to other people? No.
Surprisingly not. When I competed in pageants, that was like one thing you were never supposed to do.
Yeah.
Compare yourself to the person next to you because everyone has a different story. Even with coming up in the music industry, I can't compare how I got in compared to like somebody else because everyone has their like different stories. So that's why when people ask me, oh, well, how'd you get in? It's like, it might not necessarily work for you.
Yeah.
Because I know my way in was way different than, I don't know, like some of my cousins' way in. So I don't really compare because it'll just drive you crazy.
Yeah.
So I just sit on my social media, just scroll. I like looking at memes mainly. I don't really look at people's pictures or watch their stories unless I really know you.
So you talked about traveling. So what's like the major differences between the places you've been to, or what places have you been to?
I've been everywhere. I've been to Atlanta, of course.
Yeah.
I've been to Nashville, Tampa, New Jersey, of course, New York, Philadelphia, Connecticut, LA, Nevada, Las Vegas.
So pretty much all
Texas.
around.
Yeah.
So when it comes to music, what's so different about? Because I can tell you the differences with film, but music is totally different.
Music-wise, Atlanta is where all the scammers are.
Well, good to know. If you're an artist in Atlanta, leave.
They aren't really like.
chilling.
This is where people come to make the hits.
Yeah.
Because they have the best producers. I'll give them that hands down. You know, most of them sound the same.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. They do have like Atlanta makes the hits, but business-wise, you're more than likely to get scammed out here. Someone that claims to be a talent scout probably isn't. They probably just sell drugs. Let me not say sell drugs, but they probably just have a bunch of money and they're investing in you, and they don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But in New York, it's more like an exclusive club. You have to know someone in order to get inside those corporate buildings. Unlike down here, where there aren't that many music industry corporate buildings, you can just have a cousin or just walk in, or everyone has a home studio all of a sudden. So it's easy to say, oh yeah, I'm in the business, because there's not any real competition when it comes to like real corporations compared to New York, where you have Warner Music Group and Atlantic and Def Jam and Sony all in the same city. But like I said, you have to know someone to get, like, if I didn't know anybody, I would have never gotten inside like Atlantic Records or Sony, but luckily I did. And then once you're in and you start meeting people see that you had to work to even get inside the door, then they take you seriously, compared to like Atlanta, where anyone can get inside the door. Yeah. And it's not that much of an exclusive club as it is in New York, and even LA. Like LA is the same way. LA is like a mixture of Atlanta and New York. They have their scammers and their so-and-so, but they're more easy to detect. Like there's a clear line between scammers and people that are actually doing it. But then there's also that awkward group of like reality stars and I don't want to say wannabes, but it's like wannabes and like the strippers. They're all like in between. So it's kind of hard to tell the difference, but New York is very obvious who's in. Atlanta, it's not so obvious, and then LA is like in between. So I definitely prefer New York because I feel like when I'm in Atlanta, it doesn't feel as special to be in the music business because everyone's in it.
Right.
In New York, it's like you really had to do something to be in here. And you really have to like make some noise or get a platinum song or a hit song to get the respect. Down here, you can just have it posted on your Instagram and get all the respect you want.
Yeah.
Like when I come down here, people are like, "Oh, you're doing this, you're doing that." And when I'm in New York, they're like, "Oh, you have work to do."
Yeah.
So it's different between all three. So I like Atlanta for vacation and when I want people to gas my head and build some confidence.
Yeah.
But I like New York when I'm really ready to work. LA, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hybrid, so I can see why it'd be kind of confusing.
Yeah.
So what kind of music do you like to make? Well, let's go first. What type of music do you like to listen to?
I like all of it.
Yeah.
Except for rock. Like heavy metal.
Yeah.
Screaming. Not into that.
What is it about it that you're just like, I just can't do it?
I just don't hear the art of it.
Yeah.
I could hear the art in country or rock.
Yeah.
But the screaming? Maybe that's how they feel about like rappers, like rapping about drugs and stuff. Like, well, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
So I just contradicted myself, but yeah, not really the heavy metal. It's not me.
Yeah, gotcha. So now, what type of music do you like to make?
R&B.
Mm-hmm.
I was always in my feelings. So, and I always make the mistake of putting too much of my personal stuff in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like people know unless they ask, or if you know me, then you know, oh, that she's talking about so and so.
Yeah.
And then the person might even know that I'm talking about
Yeah.
them. But I think that's the fun part of songwriting is that I'm not the artist on the forefront, so they don't know that it's me unless you look in the credits.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, I know who she's talking about.
Yeah.
So definitely R&B. It's easier to relate to because I was a sad girl.
So who is an artist that you would like love to write for, produce a track for?
Dang, that's hard. Well, it changes every week.
Yeah.
So I'd say last week it was Lil Bibby. He's from Chicago.
Uh-huh.
This week, I'd say like, because I'm in Atlanta, it'd probably be like Takeoff.
Okay.
Definitely Takeoff. I would just like die. But hopefully that happens one day.
Yeah. So hopefully one day soon.
Yeah.
Is there a producer you would want to like co-produce with or anything like that?
No.
Yeah.
I can't really think of one.
If I don't know, this is like totally not me, but if I was a producer, I know three that come like straight to mind, and it's like so far-fetched and it's so expensive, but it's like Timbaland,
Oh yeah.
Missy Elliott, and Pharrell. Those are like my three because I just think they're so cool.
I think maybe Dr. Dre.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe.
that would be cool.
I like the West Coast vibe, not the West
Yeah.
Coast.
The vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. So what is something about the industry that you like absolutely hate, without giving too much away obviously, but like right now, what's something that you absolutely hate about it?
I hate that there's so many men.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, like I really hate it because it's like you have to get everything approved by a man.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's not like pride issues, but it's just like men are just, they get so controlling and they just do too much. They do way too much. And a man, like for a female songwriter, a man's not always going to understand what I'm writing about.
Right.
It may connect directly to my audience, but because he's a man,
He's not
because
gonna
he's
get it.
stupid, so because he's stupid, then they're not going to get it and they'll be like, oh, this is garbage.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened to me, but I've seen it happen to people.
Yeah, for sure. So, would you call yourself a feminist?
I don't know.
I know that's like a controversial word because there's not like a clear definition for it like right now. So I mean, what do you think?
I think to an extent because
Okay.
I'm slightly hypocritical at times. So I feel like sometimes I could be like for the women, but then when I'm all for the women, the other women aren't for the women. So it's like I'm for the women by myself.
Yeah.
And then that's just like, okay, well I didn't want to be part of this shit anyways. Fuck all of you. I don't know if I can curse on this.
So you're fine.
So then that's when I go back to no, I'm just gonna worry about myself. But then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, let's be all for the women. And it's just like when I was on that, no one was on that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't know. It's because I feel like for a lot of people, it's such a like because there is no clear definition of a feminist, like, well, there is, but it's like, once you apply it to the real world, it's like, there's no clear, like, this is a feminist, this isn't.
Yeah.
So it's like, and there's no clear, like, we want this, we want this, we want this. It's just kind of like, we want all the stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, but I get it. I totally get it. Who is a strong female producer that comes to mind for you?
I can't think of one.
No.
I guess Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy. That's like one name, because I can't even think of like.
yeah, I mean, there's a
Not in the
good
music
solid
industry.
3: Wanda Girl, Trap Girl, and Kaylee.
Mhm.
There's 2 more that are like popular, but there's 5 out of how many producers? London on the Track, Metro Boomin, Zaytoven, Jalo Beats, Murder Beats,
Yeah.
DJ Mustard, DJ Khaled, Kanye
Yeah.
West. Like, you just named it already.
Yeah.
And there's only 5 strong females. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
hard to think of. That's crazy. So do you see more, because you also talked about songwriting, so do you see more women in songwriting or in producing?
Songwriting, because they can write for a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're just amazing at that.
Just
Women
like
are
it.
women are just amazing in the music industry because we have to know how to do everything.
Right.
We have to know how to look at things from both perspectives, which I wish men would do more often, but they don't. They don't think about how, as a woman with feelings and all of that, how their responses to things will make us feel. But they're men. They don't think about anything but the money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there are definitely a lot more female songwriters that are successful, at least, because there's a lot of songwriters, but the ones that are successful, they're usually women.
So you said you like producing R&B the most. Who is your favorite R&B artist right now, male and female?
I don't even consider this R&B that we have now. I feel like it's like Trapsoul.
Me too. I always say that because I'm like, no one cries, no one sings in the rain,
Yeah.
no one's like bawling their eyes out about their baby mama. Like, this is not R&B. It's just
It's
vibes.
Trapsoul.
Yeah.
Yeah, vibes. It's mood. It's mood music.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was trying to pitch a song to one of my friends, it's an A&R, he was saying, in the song it said like, I want to make love to you or something.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not going to sell. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, this song is great, but that's not going to sell. He's like, if this was the 90s, that would sell. I was so distraught. He's like, you need to be direct and get to the point. So then I went back, erased the whole song, and came out with Freaky. Freaky B.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is better. And I'm like, this is not R&B.
Yeah,
He's like, this is R&B. I said, no, it's not. This is trap vibes.
Yeah.
So,
music.
it becomes hard to even like write it. And he's like, you write like you're in the 90s. I'm like, well, it's R&B music.
Yeah, that's R&B.
And
that's crazy to me because people call it like 90s R&B, but it's really just
R&B.
Yeah.
This is not R&B.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, who was your favorite trap soul artist?
I don't want to say Daniel Caesar because he's been on some.
Yeah, he's
been acting kind of wild.
We can talk about him if you want. He's Coon Caesar right now, so like they're calling him, unfortunately. But he does make great music.
He does.
Yeah.
Besides his ignorant comments, he just needs to delete his social media.
For sure.
Along with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is really good.
Yeah, I like him a lot too. I like his music
Yes.
a lot. Is there any females in the industry?
I'd say her. She's the closest thing to R&B.
Yeah.
But she's still, I don't know, I feel like she's still youthful, but she still kind of has an old soul, but then she kind of reminds me of SZA with the things she talks about.
Yeah.
And I think SZA is just, I don't think SZA's R&B. I think she's vibes.
Yeah. She's a weird in between.
Yeah, so it's like these crossover artists, but they're also creating their own subgenres, because like there's trap, but then there's trap soul, which Bryson Tiller came up with, so I don't even know. People don't want to be in one category anymore, and so it's just like, do whatever you want, and I guess we'll just come up with a name for it.
I kind of like that no one wants to be in just a category, because like it's boring. So it's like, you think of like Michael Jackson, who's like the king of pop, and he wasn't even all the way pop, so it's like he did multiple things, so everyone has something to like pretty much everyone you know likes at least one Michael Jackson song.
Right.
So it's like, I like that they can kind of dip their toe in everything. It makes them more valuable to the industry. In my
that's
opinion.
true.
So that's very true. But let's go back to Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar needs to stick to writing songs. If he even writes his shit.
Very
Which I have to look up.
Oh god.
He needs to not before he gets dragged by Black Twitter. If he hasn't already.
He's been dragged by Black Twitter a couple times. This isn't even, this third time this has happened is not even like the most angry people have gotten. So right now, Daniel Caesar is being, well, I don't know if people are actually canceling him or if they're giving him
Another chance?
fifth chance. But like, Kanye has been canceled. R. Kelly is obviously canceled. But it's interesting, this whole cancel thing. It's like, it discriminates against certain people. Like, Cardi B. Like, she said some crazy things, but people are like, oh, it's Cardi B. Because, I guess because she already says off the wall stuff, so when she does other things, it's not really seen as different. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really seen as like a big deal. But I don't know. What do you think?
Cardi B is a very interesting topic. We could talk for hours about Cardi B, but
Yeah.
she's doing what she has to do to sell her songs and to stay relevant. So I can't be mad at her. She's doing her job.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I guess just people are okay. So if you don't know, Cardi B, there was a hashtag going around called Surviving Cardi B because she said some things about drugging men and robbing them when she was stripping. And so people were comparing her to R. Kelly because of the whole drugging thing and, you know, kind of sneaking behind people's backs, I guess, which is obviously not okay. But people are like, there's a difference between robbing and raping, which I can see that, but at the same time, it's still bad. Like, it's still really, really bad. So that's why I guess it's just because Cardi B is like, well, we already know she's crazy, or so, I don't know. I guess it's like, people are like, well, we already knew this, so I'm not sure what the deal is with her. But
yeah, I don't really get it.
yeah, because I mean, people, and then it's interesting because whenever like controversial stuff comes out about Cardi B, people are always trying to like hop back on Nicki Minaj's wave. They're like, oh, Nicki never did this and Nicki never did that. It's like, well, I hate when people compare them because it's like
it's two completely different artists.
Yeah, and people don't compare male rappers like that, like
At all.
like
They always put it's the business that puts the women against each other. It's not them.
Right. Like no one compares Lil Wayne and Lil Baby. Like no one does
Or
that.
Lil Baby and Dub Baby.
Yeah, it's like no one compares them like that. Or I don't know, it's just weird. Or like Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, like they're totally different. Like no one's gonna compare the two, but if you're a female artist in the industry, you're gonna get compared to all the other women. And it's like, well, that's stupid. Like they don't even make the same type of music. It's like comparing fruit and I don't know, candy. Like it's two totally different. Like
I thought you were gonna say vegetables for a
no,
second.
that's like a good comparison. No, it's like comparing fruit and candy. Like those are totally different. I wish the industry wasn't so male dominated because even like in the film industry, it's very male dominated. Like pretty much every internship, every hint of the industry I got has been through a man.
Yeah.
Like it's not as open to women. So I just
it's confusing. It's like you have to like depend on a man in order to get in. Like you're not good enough to get in by yourself.
Yeah.
Which is usually the reality of it, but whatever. All my mentors have been men.
Yeah.
All of my internships have been under men. Who the people consulting me now, they're all men.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, it's so weird. It's like women obviously listen to music, women go to the movies, women do these things, and it's like, well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's just reality of it.
yeah.
It sucks.
It sucks, but it's like, it's something we have to deal with until further notice, I guess you could say. So, yeah. Well, as usual, I'm your host, Jayla Marie. Thank you, Tasha, for being here on my show. And as usual, support your friends and support Black businesses. awkward at the end. I don't know how to close these out besides saying
Support your friends and support Black businesses. That's a good closing.
Thank you. Can't always help myself.